It's okay. She off your mic.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info, your mic is always on. Let's talk.
Would you recommend it?
Well, it's come up to 11:37, and we're set to bring you this morning's episode of Power Solutions on Nigeria's number one for talk, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Well, my name is Collins. Teke, the microphone heavyweight, and of course, you know that the Power Solutions is brought to you in partnership or in collaboration with All On Nigeria. All On. And when you hear Collins representing Nigeria Info, you would also hear someone from the other side, from our All On team. And today, representing the All On team, I have a brother and friend joining us on the show today. He's one man with a name that you make your way from. You know that kind of question. His name is Wisdom Chapp-Jumbo. Never heard anyone bear that name. So we're going to start from there. How are you doing, Wisdom?
I'm fine, Collins. I'm fine.
Great.
Yeah, I know you will never hear anybody with that name. I'm from River State, by the way.
Yes, I know that. But, I never knew that. But there's some names in River, going by history. There's some names that are not in code. You'll be like, which part in Nigeria? This is sounding...
Yeah.
You're close to where they entered us through.
True.
Hey, we know what I'm talking about. So, today is another day to discuss Power Solutions.
Yes,
and
it is.
Our focus will be on solar, right? And Lagos, we are going to make it very easy and engaging today. We just want to have a feedback or a review of the experience of those who have been using solar as a source of energy, right?
Correct.
And that's exactly what we do. Wisdom's got a list of a number of people that we'll be talking to today before we bring the rest of Lagos in, and we just get into it.
Yeah. So before we move in, we know we have been talking to people with these innovative ideas, about solar, how it works. So today we want to talk to people that use it, so we can hear how it has been, what their experience is. I think that will help more people embrace the use of solar, renewable energy generally. So let's go with it.
Okay, we'll go with it, no doubt. By the way, guys, this is where we bring to you the biggest conversations around solving the power problems of Nigeria. And also we look at alternative power, the off-grid conversation. Those who are doing all they can to ensure that they can bring to you safer, cleaner, better, more reliable power to your doorsteps, and that's why this program is all about. We'll be joined first of all by Mr. Ekene Okene. Mr. Ekene Okene is joining us live via the phone. He's indeed going to be our first guest on this conversation. We just want to find out. He's been using solar. What has been his experience? Mr. Ekene Okene, how are you doing, sir?
I'm fine. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome. You're live on Power Solutions on Nigeria Info.
You're welcome.
Great. So Wisdom has got the first question for you.
All right. Mr. Kenneth, so tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
Okay. My name is Mr. Teke, as I already mentioned.
Yeah.
I'm into electrical material. I deal on electrical material.
Okay. All right. So where is your shop or store? Where is it located in Lagos?
My location?
Yes.
Okay, my location is at a bus stop.
Okay.
Lakey, Helico Lighting Plaza.
Oh.
It's a well-known place at between Away and Bobije.
All right. So do you use solar for your business and home or home? Could you tell us If it's yes, tell us your experience and why.
Okay, I use solar in my plaza, in a business place.
Okay.
Planning to use it in my house because I there is a lot of advantage in using solar.
Okay. Wow.
Tell us a few of this advantage.
Okay, there are many. There are many, but let me just mention, I deal on electrical materials, and I need 24 hours of electricity to operate effectively.
Okay.
And solar has been giving me that privilege. I deal on lighting material. Before now, when you come to your shop, you will see a lot of changing from NEPA to generator. The kind of light we have. Low voltage, and it affects the filament of the fittings. So it's always a problem when you come to your shop. You see a lot of your samples in the shop got burnt. But since I started using solar, I think that problem is a thing of the past.
Okay. So how long have you been using solar now?
Over 1 year.
Wow.
And since that time, I don't know. I no generator in my plaza because it give you what you want. Solar give me what I want.
And the people around you, I mean, has anyone even walk up to you like, what? How do you always have lights and we not hear generator sound? That kind of experience. Have you had such an experience?
Yes.
Okay.
I've got a lot of them.
So there are a lot of...
What I do is to explain and refer to them.
So a lot of people also think that solar is more expensive. If you want to get solar, you must have money in the bank and all that. But they fail to understand that at the end of the day, if you look at it, what we spend on generator every day, solar might just be cheaper. But let me not just go forward. Tell me, from the perspective of what is involved cost-wise, would you say that solar is cheaper? How would you how would you explain your experience in that regard?
I'm among the people that cried about the cost of solar. I thought it was it was something I cannot do.
Okay.
When I hear the cost, what it cost me to get 10 kVA.
Yeah.
But I advise myself. I look at my monthly expenses on buying fuel.
Yeah.
You look at getting generator.
Yeah, servicing it.
At the end of everything, I have to encourage myself and go on. Anyways, it was not too easy, but somebody has to move forward.
That's right.
And you can't compare. You can't compare because in a month, the price that I buy fuel to power my plaza in a year, what I calculate it. If I tell you, we will marvel.
I see.
Wow.
But now, if you look back now, we used to spend money on maintenance and fuel for that your generator. But over 1 year now, how will you say the cost has been? What do you used to spend on fueling and maintenance for your generator? And let's look at how much it was and how much you have saved now using solar.
In a month, I will spend roughly 45,000 in a fuel.
Okay.
45,000, yeah.
Expenses for 50,000.
Wow. Okay.
In a fuel a month. So calculate it on a year. You see the difference. You see the total amount we spend in getting fuel. But over 1 year, I haven't spent such.
Interesting.
Okay, all right. I mean, Lagos, Nigeria, if you're just joining us on Power Solutions today, we are getting the experiences of individuals who have switched from either generator or relying on, NEPA light, as it were, to solar. And you just heard, he is enjoying solar. And he's telling us how that it is taking away the monthly expenses, spending on generator and fuel, and so many other things in the last couple of months that he has been using solar, and we're talking about Mr. Okene, who's speaking to us on Power Solutions. We'll let you go now because we were talking to one or two other people. But if you're going to give a word of advice to someone out there who was like you, very initially skeptical, I don't want to do solar. This thing is very expensive, and then now that you've had the experience, what would be your message to someone who is still, in between making a decision to adopt solar or not?
Exactly.
Okay, I would just say, friends, just make a trial. A trial will convince you. It was very difficult for me to make that trial, but when I made the trial, it's overwhelmed. So make a trial. No matter the cost of solar, get it. You enjoy it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Okene, for speaking with us on the show today. We'll move on straight up now. We have Mr. Azuka joining us also. He's also a user of solar. Azuka, user of solar, And indeed, he's joining us now live. Hello, sir. Good morning to you.
Hi, good morning there.
Yes, hi. Azuka, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, I'm great.
Nice. Quick one. So first, tell us, we would like to know, do you use solar for your business or your home?
Well, I use solar for my home.
Okay.
Because due to the coronavirus pandemic, I usually work from home now, so I use it at my home, yes.
Okay.
So, but Azuka, you know what? Let me just take you back a bit. You use solar. When did you start using solar?
I started using it sometime this year. I think sometime in April. That's when I started using solar.
So I wanted you to take us through the process. We kind of act like if we don't know how it is out there. The process of the decision making. Okay, look, I'm going to use solar. How did you arrive at making that decision? And was it easy? And before we get into your experience now.
And how did you hear about solar?
Absolutely.
How did you hear about solar?
Okay, interesting question. I think first, I've heard of solar, way before now. I studied in Cape Town, and I think some of the lecturers there were powered by solar.
Okay.
So I know about solar. And then coming back to Nigeria, and then when the pandemic started, our company introduced us to some solar packages. Just to help us stay at home and do our work diligently. Due to the fact that due to the power epilepsy in Nigeria, right?
Okay.
So that's how I started thinking about solar. I never thought about it because it's just there. I don't really think about it, but with the fact that the company introduced it, I started thinking about it. Okay. And then sometime in April, when I had my baby, I know that it's very important that there is at least electricity in the house to help with my wife, my other family members coming around. So I decided to look for alternative power supply aside from generator. Okay. And that's why I started talking to people about solar till I finally met someone from Ogbano, where I got some nice quotes and I bought into it.
So I know the next question Wisdom will probably want to push has to do with cost effectiveness vis-a-vis what it used to be and what your experience is now, right, Wisdom?
Yeah,
absolutely. And I can't even wait any longer to hear you respond to that. So to put it straight, before you got to take solar, right, as what a few months ago, what was your average spending on electricity, whatever way, whether it's generator or compared to the solar now, and how would you say that it has been of advantage?
Okay, I think before now I would have to buy fuel every day. Because I have to turn on the gen from about 7 p.m. to 12 in the night just so that there is electricity running. So I spend 3,000 per day, right? Because it's a very big gen. I have to power everything in my house. And then coupled with the fact that I still have to buy electricity, prepaid meter, I spend about 10 to 15,000 naira. So that's roughly 75,000 naira per month. And before making a decision, I am an actuary by profession. I have to look at the cost implication of I looked at how, because before buying into it, they told me that the battery, each battery would last for 3 to 4 years.
Okay.
And then I tried to multiply, if I spend 75,000 every month, for 4 years, compared to the cost of buying solar, it's a win for me. I mean, in fact, it's a no-brainer. Right? I wouldn't have to spend. I've not bought fuel since April, and I think I've turned on my gen maybe twice just to services. I mean, I can't even remember that I have gen. We don't even know we have gen
since April.
Yeah, since April. I don't know I have gen. You said there was one day I was just walking around the compound. I was like, so I still have gen in this house. So it's a no-brainer. I don't know why. I mean, the situation in the country is difficult, and to get that bulk amount to buy solar may be difficult. But if it's something anyone can do, they just have to do it. I can go off grid. Without. I don't depend on electricity from NEPA. I don't. So
I mean, we cannot say enough. I mean, that would be like your a word of wisdom, of advice, as we just heard. You see, if you can do it, do it. The fact that you even remember you have a generator, and somebody will be like, this generator want to kill me now. I'm very sure this will convince a lot of people, of course, indeed, which, of course, is why we're here, to ensure that people can look at the bright side and pick the better option, as it were. Thank you so much, Azuka, Mr. Azuka, for speaking with us.
Yeah, thank you.
And keep enjoying your solar. Absolutely. We would talk to one more person, right? Wisdom?
Yeah, one more person. Interesting how this is really solving their power problems. Before we let Azuka go, I wanted to ask him which area
we lost that. But quickly, we need to go on a break, pick some bills, come back, talk to the one last person.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Everybody needs a little help every now and then. Sometimes it's sugar or salt, or an extra hand to change a flat tire, or a small loan. At Kuda Microfinance Bank, we believe that your bank should do more than just store your money. We want to do more for you. So when you use your Kuda accounts to pay bills, buy airtime, and make transfers regularly, we'll offer you an overdraft, which is a low-interest loan that you can take anytime you need it. No long talk, no collateral, no paperwork involved. Just download Kuda on the Play Store or the App Store, open a Kuda account, and use it regularly to qualify for a Kuda overdraft. Kuda, free banking for you.
Oil for a healthy family. You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Wow, 4 more minutes to wrap this up quickly, or less than 4. Let's talk to the last guest, still taking your experience, their experiences with solar. And I have Wisdom Chapp-Jumbo joining me from All On. This is Power Solutions, brought to you by Nigeria Info and All On. We have...
All right, so our next guest is Mrs. Festus. Hello, Ms. Festus, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hi, good morning. How are you doing today?
Good morning. I'm fine. And you?
I'm good. So, all right. So, quick one before we wrap up. We're almost out of time. So, tell us, you use solar for your business or your home?
My home.
All right. Okay. So, how has it been? When did you start using solar? How did you hear about solar? And how has the experience been so far? Share with us, please.
Okay. We heard about solar, I saw the panel first anyway.
Okay.
And I started researching, and I discovered that there were solar panels, and then I stumbled on the country that used it for power.
Okay.
And then I traveled to Benin, and I discovered my mother-in-law had it, and I was like, so I'm so far behind. I need to catch up with the time. So we started research. We did a survey, and finally last year, about September, October, towards November. We got one installed.
Okay.
And so far, the experience has been wonderful.
So what does it power your home? Does it power everything?
It powers almost everything. I don't. Basically, the only things I don't use on it are my ACs and my ceiling fan.
Okay.
It powers my deep freezer. My food stays frozen.
Wow.
Frozen 24 hours.
You know, for someone who possibly grew up, of course, in Nigeria, and you've had the experience of the sound, generator once cut out my ear. You know, what does it feel like not to have that sound in your house? Do your neighbors sometimes come around like, magician? You know, things like that, just saying. Or, tell us from that perspective. It's a big deal, man.
It's a big deal.
Yes, it is. I don't get to hear generator noise anymore. And, you know, that joy of only that NEPA takes like, and the light just flickers and automatically solar takes over. So I don't have to deal with generator noise. I don't have to deal with servicing. I don't have to deal with going to look for fuel to buy all the time. Because I don't live in a filling station. Of course, I have to drive out to buy fuel. I don't have to deal with that.
Do you still check on your generator at all?
In fact, I've abandoned it. My generator guy called me and was like, Madam, did I offend you? I haven't seen you in a while. And I was like, you didn't offend me. I've switched. I've moved on.
Well, you have moved on. You switched to solar.
Okay, so but the grid power you get, NEPA light, we call it NEPA light. How often does it come in your area, and where do you stay, by the way?
Okay, so I stay in somewhere after LBS.
Okay.
So what's on Gotedo?
Okay. So, but
they're in a good mood.
Okay.
Let's say first week to second week of the month when they are cutting lights. They'll give us like 12 hours, 18 hours each, you know. There maybe once out of those days they'll give us almost 24 hours. Then when they finish cutting lights, they are sure they've collected their money. We'll now start doing either 20 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour a day for like about 9 to 14 days, depending on their mood, how happy they are. And that's how epileptic the light becomes.
Interesting.
And when we have like 12 hours, 16 hours. But still, I don't use gen shower, even when they don't bring it for long.
Okay.
Wow.
I still don't use gen. My solar takes care of my household.
You're balling, man. We're going to let you go now. Our time is fast spent indeed. For someone else who is looking at balling like you, but they're skeptical, this solar, can it work? You've had first-hand experience and you're indeed balling. What would you tell such a person listening right now?
Exactly.
Please give it a try. There is nothing that beats saving costs on fuel, on generator, not having an attack or chasing generator man to come and fix your gen because suddenly went off at 4 p.m. And then you have to stay in the darkness to the next day. The noise pollution is not there. And then I'm sure that if I go out or if I travel, my solar takes care of my freezer. My food not spoil.
Wow.
So, yes, let me say it that way. My food not spoil.
Now, so, a lot of women will be like, You know, stuff like that. Thank you, Mrs. Festus. Our time is fast spent. We'd indeed find time again to have all of you on the show and just keep having fun, keep balling. All right?
Thank you.
That's it on the show today. We have to go. Wisdom has been a fun field to be with you on the show. And of course, till next week again, we'll be here.
Next week. Every week.
Do you have solar in your house?
I have solar.
Lie here now.
True. I have solar in my house, and Collins, for the past 2 years, going to 2 years now, since I don't even have a generator in my house.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So
where's your gen now? Where's your gen?
I don't know.
That's somebody now. Just kidding, man. Well, thank you, guys. We have to go. The news coming up now. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.